Hey. Hi. Hello, hello. How are you guys? Hello, Angel on YouTube. Hi. Hi, guys. Wait lang. Paano nga ba to? Wait lang. Medyo may sumasabit pa sila na muna ko, so sorry agad. Mhm. How are you guys? Live ko. Yeah, live din ako sa TikTok. But I'm also doing my live here so that I will be able to record it. Kasi sa TikTok, hindi siya nare-record. So, I'm also doing the live on my YouTube para ma-save siya for those who won't be able to join today. Kasi alam ko namang not everyone is available. So, how are you guys? Ay, hi, Timmy. Thank you. Sige, let's just wait for the others. Tapos, let's do this. December Astrology. Paano ko nga ba sinave to before? Basta ang alam ko kaya naman mag-save dito sa YouTube. Hi! Also, if you guys want to join sa YouTube, I will be sharing there the charts. In case lang mas gusto niyo doon. Kasi here on TikTok, I won't be able to share the charts. Kasi in case you guys don't know, what we're gonna be talking about is December astrology based on your rising signs. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, sige. In case you wanna join on my YouTube account, click nyo lang yung link on my bio. It's there. Para lang mas makasali kayo doon. anyway. Well, yeah, there's more people. Sige, check lang natin how many will join. But how are you guys doing? Hi, hello. I've been sick. Phone on TikTok ilag. Oh, thank you. Grabe naman yan. Thank you. Yeah, but kumusta kayo? I've been sick the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. I attended the concert last November 16, tapos parang ever since then, di na ako nakarecover. Ngayon na lang. Hi, Maurice! Yeah, I'm doing whole sign houses because I am a traditional astrologer. So if you're new here, Roselle, hi! I'm a traditional Hellenistic astrologer, so yes, I use whole sign houses. Okay, let's wait for the others. So I'll start probably 9:05. The way that I'll do it is start tayo sa bida ngayon, which is Sagittarius Risings. Like me. So we're gonna start with Sagittarius Risings, and then let's do Capricorn, and then Aquarius, Pisces Risings, and then Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and then Leo, di kabisado, no? And then Virgo, and then Libra, tama ba? And then Scorpio. So we're gonna end with Scorpio risings. So I always do this, and then last month we did it for November. I did a giveaway. I'll see if I can do a giveaway. All right, but what I really want to do is to keep this a little bit short, kasi if you can still hear it on my voice, medyo nagre-recover pa ang aking boses. So, pagbigyan niyo na ako. But still, I want to do this so that you guys know what's in store for you for December. So, as I mentioned sa mga kakapasok lang, I'm also doing this on YouTube to those who are doing the TikTok live. In case lang gusto ninyong makita yung charts, kasi sa YouTube, I'll be able to share the chart. And also, if you won't be able to stay for the entirety, hopefully it can be saved on YouTube as well. But yeah, happy to have you here on TikTok. So we're gonna be doing December 2024 astrology, the last month of the year. Malapit na tayong mag 2025. I'm not sure if I should be excited with 2025. Of course, I'm gonna do a video about that. I'm also gonna do a live stream about it. Thank you. Sound pretty. But yeah, we're ending 2024. Arguably, 2025 and 2026 are a lot more eventful and intense. So let's enjoy December because it's probably the calm before the storm, if I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, let's do it. Let's start first with a January. For Sagittarius, sorry. Yeah, hopefully nga Gon, you can join me for 2025 transits. To those who don't know, I offer 2025 transits. Bakit may flare sa YouTube? But yeah, I offer 2025 transits reading to those who want to know what's in store for you guys for 2025 based on your rising signs. So I do need your rising signs for there. But anyway, let's start for December astrology. Unahin natin the bida of this month, this season first kasi we're still in Sagittarius season, no? Let's start with Sagittarius Rising's people. Actually, we did have a bang for December kasi on December 1, we did have a new moon in Sagittarius. For Sagittarius Rising peoples, that's in their first house. So new moons are definitely a time for new beginnings, new chapters. Very slight lang. Bidang saya, yes. It's not as massive as an eclipse, but being in the first house, it's supposed to be a start of something new related to yourself, to your physicality, to your identity. However, we do have a Mercury retrograde still ongoing on your first house, to all Sagittarius rising. So it's not really recommended for you guys to do something physical because of certain misunderstandings. But it is a good time to take it slowly. Technically, hanggang ngayon, may effect pa din siya. As I mentioned, I wouldn't recommend manifesting too because we still have a Mercury retrograde. What I can suggest is a lot of journaling, a lot of shadow work that can be very helpful. But on December 6th, 3 days from now, we do have a very big event. We have Mars stationing retrograde in the sign of Leo. Big deal to. Not just for Sagittarius risings, but for everyone because Mars doesn't often go retrograde. If I remember correctly, the last time it went retrograde was around 2023. So, yeah, it's going retrograde again. Hindi siya tulad ni Mercury na nag-retrograde almost quarterly, 3 times a year. So this is not very often. So this Mars retrograde is going to be happening in the ninth house of Sagittarius risings. I'm doing this by rising signs to those who are new here. So for Sagittarius risings, this is in your ninth house. So the Mars retrograde is going to be staying in the sign of Leo hanggang January 6 of 2025, but it will be staying retrograde hanggang February 24 of 2025 actually. So matagal siya. So Mars retrogrades are a time for us to rethink, to reanalyze, to re-strategize our actions that we need to take. And for a Sagittarius rising, this is in your ninth house of travel, relocation, but particularly foreign matters, and also education or what you're trying to learn. So to those Sagittarius risings who are abroad, this can be a time to slow down, to really analyze if you want to stay where you are, or to those Sagittarius risings who have scheduled travel for the year of December and then for the start of 2025, there may be a lot of changes that you can expect, a lot of delays. But it can also talk about immigration. If you're Sagittarius rising, tapos na feel niyo na meron kayong kailangan i-rethink, it should be. At the same time, to those Sagittarius risings who are still in university, are doing their masters, their PhD, you can expect a lot of misunderstandings as well, or slowing down of actions. Actually, for everyone, the start of the year of 2025 is a little bit slow because of this. But on the same date, no, Mercury in retrograde is going to be forming a cazimi with the sun. What it means is that it's going to be 1 degree apart from the sun. So it's supposed to be positive, pero still it is in a Mercury retrograde. It will oppose Jupiter in the sign of Gemini in your seventh house. So this can be a moment on the same date that Mercury retrograde will Mars retrograde is going to happen, there will be like a revealing of truths, particularly related to yourself and also to your relationships. Particularly your marriage, if kasal kayo, or this can be, long-term relationships, or maybe even your friendships. So it can be that. Now, after that, the next day on December 7, Venus is going to enter your Aquarius third house. So, to those who are Sagittarius risings, again, Sagittarius risings pa lang tayo, kakasimula ko pa lang. Um, this is a time of harmony on your communication. This can be a very big help for you guys for the Mercury retrograde. To those Sagittarius risings, I know yung Mercury is happening in your first house, but this can be a silver lining to this event, and it can help you as well navigate how to be more harmonious in your communication, or maybe the way that you think or the way that you approach people. At the same time, this can also be a break for certain misunderstandings with siblings or your neighborhood, so this can be particularly good. And then sa December 15, we do have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. So this is happening for Sagittarius risings in your seventh house of your close and also committed relationships. So full moons are always a time of endings, of culminations. So this can be an ending of a chapter. Again, not really that intense. Okay, hindi to break up, hindi to divorce or annulment. Okay, it's just, a chapter ending in your relationships. This can be your marriage. If you're married, baka merong matatapos in the life of your spouses, tapos you're affected by it. Or may possibility, that you'll be ending a friendship, or there's a chapter ending in your friendship, or maybe in your long-term relationships. As I mentioned, this is not really that intense to the point na may breakup, but it's just ending of a chapter. We always have full moons in Gemini every year, and I don't think naman na every year kayo nagbe-break mga jowa ninyo. So it's just really ending of a chapter. And then on the same date, Mercury is also going to station direct on December 15. So it was in retrograde on November 25. Finally, it's going to station direct on December 15. And for Sagittarius risings, this is still in your first house. So there's like a breath of fresh air to all Sagittarius risings. Medyo mas maintindihan na kayo ng mga tao. There's a lot more clarity and also the way that you think. Delays, you may be able to keep up with it. Would I suggest, dahil lagi naman itong tanong sa mga videos ko particularly, pwede na po bang magpasalon? Pwede na po bang magpa-physical enhancements? On the day, the exact day that it will station direct, I wouldn't suggest yet kasi pa-direct pa lang siya. But, 2 weeks right after is safer. That's why ako personally, I am a Sagittarius rising. I'm gonna do physical stuff on me, probably on January na. Planning to have a perm. So, tingnan natin kung matutuloy yun. But yeah, it's a little bit better around this time. And then on December 21, we're going to start our Capricorn season. All right. So coming from Sagittarius season, medyo mag-move away na yung spotlight from you guys, but it doesn't mean na hindi na kayo bida ng at star ng Pasko. Right? But the sun will now enter your second house of your personal finances, your spending, your source of income, indicating that there's a possibility of better highlight, or maybe even to some, better things coming to your finances. So, mga hindi pa nakakuha ng 13th month, so baka ito yung pag-asa ninyo. But it can also indicate, focus on spending. Doesn't necessarily mean na mas marami yung spending ninyo. Sometimes it can mean that you have more focus in the way that you will spend. And then on December 26 to 27, we do have two events happening, particularly involving Mercury in your first house of Sagittarius. So at first, it will oppose Jupiter. So this is really good. Personally, even though Mars is in retrograde, if you guys want to have a date that you want to manifest bago matapos yung taon, particularly for Sagittarius risings, this can be good. Okay, lalo na if you're manifesting partners, friendships belonging to certain communities, this can be really good. On the same date, Sagittarius as well is also going to square Saturn in Pisces fourth house. May possibility nga lang ng there is some tension around your family, your living situation, the day after the Christmas, and then also on the 27th. I suggest you have to be careful what you say to your family, or whoever it is that you live with, just so hindi ganon ka-intense yung Christmas season ninyo. But lastly, the way that we will wrap our year is that we're gonna have a new moon in Capricorn. Very paradoxical, no? Kasi last day of the year, pero we're starting with a new moon. New moons are always beginnings, chapters, beginnings for us. And this will be happening in your second house of your personal finances and source of income. So there is good blessings coming to Sagittarius Risings pagdating sa pera ninyo. Of course, this will still depend whatever you have in your second house placements in your natal chart. But generally speaking, most of the time, for Sagittarius Risings, the end of the year are always good in money. Ingat lang din kayo sa spending. Right? So that's for Sagittarius Risings. There's a lot of focus in yourself, in your money as well, and in your relationships. But now let's go to Capricorn Risings. To those who are just joining, especially in TikTok, kakastart ko lang po, kumalma kayo mga atiya. Okay? And starting with Sagittarius Risings, all the way to Scorpio Rising. So I always do this monthly naman na parang I start with the bida of the season. So that's why we started with Sagittarius. Now I'm gonna do Capricorn. After that, we're gonna do Aquarius Risings. Okay, so yeah. And also, I said na isa-share ko yung screen sa YouTube, pero nakalimutan ko nang i-share. Teka lang, i-share ko. Alright, so wait a minute. Okay, there we go. So to the hi. Pwede kayong sumali, by the way, sa YouTube if you want to see the chart, no? So let me move. I'm sorry to those Sagittarius Risings that are in YouTube tapos hindi ko na share. Okay, now let's move to Capricorn Risings, how your December is going to be. So for Capricorn Risings naman, the first big event that you really have to know is on December 6th. We're gonna have a Mars retrograde in your Leo 8th house. So ito siya. So Mars is going to retrograde in the sign of Leo from December 6 hanggang January 6 of 2025. And then eventually it will move to Cancer dahil nga retrograde siya. It will be in retrograde up until February 24, if I'm not mistaken, of 2025. So for you guys, this is in your 8th house of your shared and complicated finances. So this is a time for you to rethink and reanalyze the actions, right, and the consequences of your actions for the past few months or maybe for the year of 2024 related to your investments, assets, utang. Utang mo sa ibang tao, utang sa'yo ng ibang tao. This can also be, insurance, loans, inheritance. So any material thing that you own, that you technically co-own with another person as well. So you need to rethink it, reanalyze the actions that you need to put into it. So it's not really suggested for Capricorn Risings to invest on something at the end of the year and even at the start of the year. I hate to break it to those who who want to ask for a loan. It's also not suggested. Pero syempre kung kailangan nyo and if it's for a good reason, go ahead and do it. But as much as possible, before you do it, you really have to think of the consequences and the actions that you have to put into it at the end of the day. On the same day din kasi, Mercury, which is currently in retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius here, will oppose Jupiter here in your sixth house. So your Sagittarius is in your 12th house of your mental health, your spirituality, how you deal with problems. And that's what you're rethinking right now, no? Medyo hindi mo gets yung sarili mo. But then it will oppose Jupiter, also in retrograde actually, in your sixth house of physical health, your everyday service, your co-workers, what you do for work every day. So there is probably a good clearing moment on the same day on what you need to do to balance out your physical health and your mental health, probably to solve a certain problem, or maybe it can be your spiritual life versus your physical life. So on the day of the Mars retrograde, it's really a good time for Capricorn risings to slow down, take matters privately. And then on December 7, Venus is going to enter your Aquarius second house. So ito siya for you guys. So this is such a good time for your finances. Venus is minor abundance, all right? And at the same time, it's also your harmony. So this can be a very harmonious time for Capricorn risings on your spending, on your money, and also related to your sources of income. So it's a really good time. But of course, sometimes Venus is overconsumption. So, ingat lang din sa spending. Lalo na holiday season to. And then on December 15, we do have the last full moon of the year. We have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. For you guys as Capricorn risings, this is in your sixth house of your physical health, your co-workers, your everyday work, your service. So this can be a culmination, an ending, a closing of a chapter pagdating sa physical health mo, sa lifestyle mo, sa diet mo. So this can talk about you ending a certain lifestyle or certain diet before the year ends. That can be good. Particularly something that can also help your mental health. This can also indicate, that this can be an ending of a medication to some people, or this can be an ending related to your everyday work. I'm not saying na mawawalan kayo ng trabaho. Sometimes this can indicate that this is you wrapping up a project for the year, or maybe, something will end around your coworkers that you are affected. But maya pala yung coworker mo yung magre-resign, tapos before the year ends, you have to turn over. So that can be a possibility. Hi, Cheryl. I'm not doing a tarot reading, so I'm not sure kung bakit nagtatanong ka. Right, I'm doing an astrology reading. Anyway, continuation. On the same day of the full moon, Mercury is going to station direct in your Sagittarius 12th house. So this is a time for you of more of clarity for yourself, because now that Mercury is stationing direct, medyo mas magigets mo na yung sarili mo. Kasi kayo talaga for Capricorn Risings, medyo hindi nyo maintindihan around the retrograde is yourself. So this is a good time for you to really understand where you should be going, how you should be solving problems, or maybe, your intuition coming back if you feel like you lost it during Mercury retrograde or hindi siya ganun ka-active. So that's a good one. And then on December 21, ayan, kayo na ang bida ng Pasko because the sun will enter Capricorn, and that is in your first house of yourself, of your identity, of your personality, your attitude. So the spotlight is on you because the sun is literally, the most shiniest part of solar system. It gives us light. So technically, it's really good. Spotlight is on you. There's going to be a lot of focus on yourself as well. Still, I wouldn't suggest, for you guys to do something drastically physically since we're still at the post shadow period of Mercury retrograde. Pero, it can be safe if you want to do something. And then on December 26 hanggang December 27, so we are going to be having two events on that date. So that's the day after Christmas, involving Mercury in your 12th house. So first, Mercury here is going to oppose Jupiter again. So it's the same one that we experienced last December 6, pero this time naka-direct na si Mercury. So communication is a little bit better. There can be a news related to your mental health or physical health that will be positively involving you. And then at the same day, Mercury is also going to square Saturn in your third house of communication, your siblings, and also your neighborhood. So may possibility lang that there may be, some friction. I wouldn't say na may away, but some friction probably around your siblings or maybe around your neighborhood. So ingat, huwag kayo makipag-away. Alright? It's just that may possibility lang na this can be a time for you guys to really keep it a little bit private after Christmas. And then lastly, on December 31, this is a true metamorphosis moment for Capricorn Risings kasi we will be having a new moon in your Capricorn first house. So if anyone is really gonna be the main star, of December, it's gonna be Capricorn Risings, because even the way that we're gonna end the year, magkakaroon sila ng new moon in their first house. So this is really positive. This is the start of something new, even before the year ends, physically. So if I'm a Capricorn rising and I'm really looking forward to changing something physically, this is probably the day that I'm gonna do it. Or if I want to launch something, do something publicly, it can also be the day to do it. I know people will be busy to December 31, but this is a really good day. For Capricorn risings particularly, this can be really good for manifesting because it is in your first house. Not for everyone, right? But particularly for Capricorn risings. So that is Capricorn rising. Now let's do Aquarius Rising. So sa mga kakapunta pa lang dito, we're done with Sagittarius Risings and Aquarius Risings. Now we're gonna do, Capricorn and Sagittarius. We're gonna do Aquarius Risings. So after Aquarius, we're gonna do Pisces Risings, and then after that, Aries, tapos Scorpio. Okay, low-keyhan lang. Yes. All right, wait. I'm just gonna drink water kasi I can still feel my throat. So, nanonood sa YouTube, baka may tanong kayo. So, and to those who don't know, I'm also doing this on YouTube. So, mga nasa TikTok, if you guys want to see the chart. All right, and hopefully it will be recorded to those who missed Sagittarius and Capricorn. Hydrate, yes, lubricate the throat. so that I will be able to speak pa din. So, bear with me, okay? But yeah, let's do Aquarius Risings. Wait lang. Thank you, Gwen. Grabe naman yung support mo. Thank you so much. Oh, actually, yung YT talaga more on recording. So, ayaw kasi sa YouTube. But anyway, all right, let's do Aquarius Risings. So for Aquarius Risings naman, of course, still the first one is Mars in retrograde. Okay. For you guys, Aquarius Risings, the Mars in retrograde will be happening in your seventh house of your personal and committed relationships. So to those who are married, this is around your marriage, okay? And this can also be to those who may long-term relationship. This can be around your long-term relationships. To those who don't have relationships pero may best friend kayo, this can be your best friends. So Mars retrograde is a time for us to rethink, reanalyze, re-strategize our actions and the consequences of our actions. So this can talk about a slowing down of actions related to our relationships. So if you're an Aquarius rising tapos gusto mong sumagot ng jowa, ganyan, or, maybe even plan a marriage, I wouldn't necessarily suggest it. But if you really do, go ahead, do it. No one can stop you. One thing that I can say lang is if you will get married as an Aquarius rising during the Mars retrograde from December 6, probably hanggang January 6, kasi it will eventually move to your sixth house, no? Expect a lot of delays. Expect a lot of actions that will not really keep up to your expectations. But nevertheless, go ahead. And then on the same date, Mercury is also going to oppose Jupiter. Both planets will be in retrograde. So Jupiter is in your fifth house of your romantic life, your dating life, jowa mo, right? And at the same time, the fifth house as well is everything that you enjoy, your hobbies. This could also be your children. It will oppose Mercury in retrograde in your social life and also your manifestation. So December 6th is not really a good time for you guys to socialize, to put yourself out there. Of course, kung kailangan ninyo, mamaya pala Christmas party nyo yan, wala naman ako magagawa. Okay, but one thing that you can expect is that there's a possibility of, something, how do I say it? I don't want to say embarrassing it, pero something that will bring light about you that is through speaking. So to give you guys an idea, this can be about you saying something that you don't mean. And with that, you have to rethink whether you should have really said it or not. So if you are an Aquarius rising and you will be celebrating something on December 6th, hinay-hinay lang on your words, okay? And at the same time, keep it low-key. May possibility then that if you guys are parents, this can be a misunderstanding with your kid. And then that will also, eventually it will give you wisdom on how to move forward. Pero still, if you can prevent a misunderstanding, that will be better. Right? So, yun. Mas okay sa YouTube. Yeah, kasi mas nakikita yung chart. So, mas naiintindihan ng mga tao. Hi to the new YouTube people. Anyway, if you guys are in TikTok and you wanna join the YouTube, you can do it. Okay, pero walang sapilitan. You can view my YouTube on the link on my bio. Makikita niyo dun. Tapos mag-subscribe na rin kayo. Anyway, all right, moving forward for Aquarius Risings, we do have on December 7, Venus is going to enter your first house. So this is really, really good, really positive. The first house is yourself, your physicality, your attitude. So this is really fun. A lot more harmony within your life overall. I wouldn't suggest yet, okay, na do physical changes, but give or take after Mercury retrograde na lang. But still very good. You may be more charismatic to other people compared to other times. So if kailangan nyo sumali ng talent show tapos Aquarius Rising kayo para sa Christmas party ninyo, go na yan, B. Hi, Janine. Kakayos yung notice me. Pero anyway, sige. Alright, on December 15 naman, we do have two events. First of all, we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini. And at the same time, Mercury is going to station direct on the opposite house of your 11th house. So, full moons are a time of culmination, a time for endings. And for you guys, this is in your fifth house of, your romance, your dating, everything that you enjoy, your hobbies, pati na rin your children, if you do have. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to be a breakup, right? So, kung malma kayo, kung Aquarius risings kayo, tapos, oh my God, magbe-break kami, no. This can be an ending, of a part of your relationship, of your dating life. So it can be positive to some, who knows? But yeah, I'm not gonna lie sa iba, this can be, a breakup, an ending of your dating life because it won't work. Fifth house naman, nevertheless, is like flirt, so okay lang yan, di mo kawalan, Charis. But other than that, this can be an ending around your kids if you do have children, or you sort of wrapping up something related to the things that you enjoy before the year starts. It will oppose Mercury stationing direct in your 11th house, which can indicate clear communications with your social life. So that makes things better. At the same time, it can be, clear plans, clear mentality on the things that you want to manifest as well, because the 11th house represents our goals, our aspirations, our manifestations, and that's really positive before the year ends. So you may, break up with someone, but still, there's something good. Everything in this world is balanced, technically. But yeah, on December 21 naman, the sun is going to enter your Capricorn 12th house. So this will give you focus on your 12th house of mental health, a lot of matters related to your mental health, and also matters related to your spirituality and maybe even solving some problems in your life. Even though it's a time to slow down, technically kasi the 12th house is a very quiet house or very hidden house. It's not really a highlight that will push you, to the spotlight per se, but still can be very enlightening. Tapos on December 26 and 27, we have two events involving Mercury in your 11th house and also Jupiter in your 5th house and Saturn in your second house. Unfortunately, to Aquarius risings, I would caution you celebrating after Christmas. Pero malaki na kayo, kaya nyo na yan. The reason why is because Mercury will be opposing Jupiter in your 5th house, which can talk about, revealing a truth about your social circle or maybe even related to your children, to the person that you're dating, or something that you enjoy, that can also affect your plans or have some friction on the plans that you have related to your finances that will force you to mature. Technically, the way that I can see this can be, being over influenced by people to spend something that you don't necessarily need during the holiday period. So, ingat lang. So, that's on December 26 to 27. Be careful with your finances. Be mature about how you're going to be spending. Okay? And maturity doesn't mean na hindi na kayo gagastos. You just have to be smart about it. You have to be wise. Okay? And then lastly, on December 31, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your 12th house. So before the year ends, there can be a new beginning, a start of something new related to your mental health or your spirituality, or maybe even, finding a solution to a problem that has been hanging around your neck. So this can be positive to some, really depends on your natal chart, but it is a good start of, before the year starts. It's a good time for us, for you guys, sorry, who are Aquarius risings, to really dig deep within and see how you can improve your mental health overall. So that is for Aquarius risings. Now let's do Pisces risings. Hi, hello. No, hindi pa tapos yung Libra. So we're done with Sagittarius, with Capricorns, with Aquarius risings. Now we're gonna do Pisces. After that, we're gonna do Aries risings, and then Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and then lastly Scorpio. So if you're Scorpio rising, tapos medyo matagal yung hintayin mo, yun, balik ka na lang. Maybe after, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, para hindi ka mainip. But you can join us as well. Makigulo ka sa mga kaganapan ng ibang tao. But anyway, let's go to Pisces rising. So again, we're talking about December astrology. Yumi, here on TikTok, baka wala siyang replay, but on my YouTube account, there may be. Okay, so if you missed Sagittarius Risings, you can go to my YouTube account. It's in my bio. Link is in my bio. So you can go there, tapos abangan mo na lang after. Okay, so let's do Pisces risings. First of all, for Pisces risings, of course, we're going to talk about, wait lang, let me move the chart. We're going to talk about the Mars retrograde. So lahat kasi tayo affected ng Mars retrograde na to, unfortunately. So for Pisces risings, this Mars retrograde is going to be happening from December 6 hanggang January 6 in the sign of Leo in your 6th house. But as I've been mentioning before, from January 6 hanggang February 24, it will move to your 5th house. But syempre, pag-usapan muna natin yung for December. So Mars retrograde is a time for us to rethink, to reanalyze our actions and the consequences of our actions. And for you guys, this is in your 6th house of your physical health, your lifestyle, your diet, your fitness, and also actions related to your everyday work, to your co-workers, your service. So to be fully transparent, this can talk about rethinking your physical health, To some, this can talk about, going to the doctor, which I would highly suggest if you're a Pisces rising and you're feeling something. To some, this can talk about you really rethinking whether you should go to a diet, change your diet, or change your lifestyle overall. You may feel lethargic, I'm not gonna lie, to Pisces risings. Yung start ng 2025, the ending of 2024, super magiging nakakatamad siya. So, don't feel bad if you feel like wala kayong energy. That's totally normal. Think of it na you just ran a long marathon, tapos you're just starting to catch your breath. That's how Mars retrograde is going to feel. And at the same time, this can be rethinking of your actions related to your everyday work, maybe even related to your coworkers, the effort that you put into them before the year ends. So this doesn't necessarily mean naman na alis ka sa trabaho. It's just more of the effort that you put. So maybe before December 6th or after a few days after December 6th, baka super busy sa work mo and you need to rethink the effort that you give into it. On the same day kasi, we're gonna have Mercury in retrograde here. Asa na siya? Nawala ako. Sagittarius. Okay, there you go. In your 10th house of career. And also, it's going to oppose Jupiter also in retrograde in your 4th house of home and family. So there may be a revelation, a news, a document, something, or maybe even an opinion, something written or spoken that will come from your higher ups, people that you work with, or maybe related to your career or public image that will sort of be enlightening as well related to your home and living situation. So it all goes around into your work and how it affects your overall career, but in rin your living situation and how it affects you. And then on December 7, Venus is going to enter Aquarius in your 12th house. So this can be good for you guys. This can be harmony within your mental health, more peace of mind. And to those who practice spirituality, this can also talk about harmony within your spiritual practices. So I suggest you guys take advantage of this if you are a spiritual practitioner. And then on December 15, we do have full moon in Gemini in your 4th house of family and also your living situation. So this is a culmination, an ending of a chapter related to your home and also your living situation. Sometimes this can mean na to some, baka before the year ends, magpaplano kayong humiwalay, live independently. Or to those who are leasing an apartment, baka rin pag-isipan na ninyo kung lilipat na ba kayo ng bahay, or this can also talk about you rethinking of our renovation, or this can be an ending around your family members that you are affected. Nevertheless, it's a culmination period of your family matters, kumbaga. And then on December 15, we have two events. So the first one is we have a full moon in the sign of your Gemini 4th house as well. Um, Sorry, sinabi ko na pala yun. But now we're gonna go with Mercury stationing direct in your Sagittarius 4th house. Gulo-gulo na si ate mo. I-blame ko na naman si Mercury retrograde, Charis. But yeah, together with the full moon, no, this can be you clarifying something or having more concrete plans related to family and living situation as well. Things getting clear, kumbaga, pagdating sa home and family. So if you had a misunderstanding with certain family members, with your parents, may possibility na after Mercury stationing direct, you'll find a solution to it. And then on December 21, we're going to have our Capricorn season. So the sun is going to enter your 11th house of your social circles, your network, your manifestations, your goals, your dreams, your prayers, kung ano man tawag mo dyan. Technically what you want. So there's a lot more focus in your social life. So this is good for Pisces risings, who will be celebrating something. Before the year ends, you're going to feel a lot more vibrant, a lot more social, around December 21 onwards. And at the same time, this can also talk about highlighting your manifestations for the year ahead. So this is really positive. And then on December 26 to 27, we have two events involving Mercury in your 10th house. So first, it will oppose Jupiter in your 4th house, and then it will square Saturn in your 1st house. So this can be a rethinking of your career and how it affects your living situation, or maybe an announcement about it that is also affecting your personal maturity, like is what you're doing for your career or maybe even the expansion of your family and what you're thinking about it is really good for your maturity, kumbaga. And lastly, we have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your 11th house on December 31 at the end of the year. So there's a brand new beginning, a new chapter related to your social circles, which can be fun. So to those who are really looking to, find your tribe or socialize more, December 31 is really good, lalo na sa lubong to sa new year. So this is really good. And at the same time, this is your 11th house of manifestations. So like Capricorn Risings, this is also a good time for you to manifest something, particularly something new. Well, again, not for everyone, but particularly swerte lang yung Pisces Risings and Capricorn Risings because of the placement of Capricorn in their houses. So this is really good for you guys. Anyway, that's for Pisces Risings. Okay, so 4 down. Now we're gonna move to Aries Risings, but let me just check the comments sa TikTok kasi feeling ko ang snubber ko. So check ko lang. Okay. Uh-huh. Case Funny, what's your lippy? Ooh, actually this is something new. Nabudol lang ako. I'm using Issy. Okay, mag-name drop na naman ako, tapos papagalitan na naman ako ng TikTok. Anyway, this is Issy Baddie. So, yon. With another Issy lip gloss. The darkest one. So, yon. Actually, I love it. It's like goth dreams. Alam mo, I've been looking for a really good dark lipstick na hindi black. There's still a tint of red. And this is burgundy, so it's really good. Anyway, yun lang. Oh, hi! Hi, guys! Okay. Yeah, paread ka ulit. No worries. Gusto ko choco brown. Yun ba talaga yung shade? Anyway, actually, first time ko bumili sa kanila, it's good. Alright. Oh no, I'm sorry, Tin. Nagkakagulo-gulo yung family. Oh no. I hope it gets fixed soon. So sorry to hear that. Anyway, I hope it gets fixed. Walang shade na choco brown. Akala ko pa naman shade siya. Sorry. I think they have a brown thingy there. Oh, thank you, Janine. Love you. Hello. Anyway, sige, sorry. I'll continue lang. Okay, so let's now go to Aries Risings. After Aries Risings, I'm gonna do Taurus Risings. Kanina, ang dami kong nakikita dyan na Taurus Rising nagtatanong nga. So, kapag kayo hindi bumalik dito, Charot. Anyway, let's go to Aries Risings. So the first one is on December 6th. As I've been mentioning, no, we do have, wait, let me just adjust our chart in YouTube. But we do have, sobra. We have Mars stationing retrograde. For Aries Risings, this is in your fifth house in Leo. Now, unfortunately for you guys, like Scorpio Risings later, makikita nyo to, you are naturally ruled by Mars. So your chart ruler stationing retrograde will really affect you a lot, no matter where Mars is located in your chart or where Leo is located in your chart. So things are gonna go haywire for you guys, but particularly sa inyo, this can be a time for you to rethink and reanalyze the actions and the consequences of your actions related to your dating life, to your romantic life, and also related to, the things that you enjoy, your hobbies, anything that you enjoy technically, including as well matters related to children. So it's a time to slow down in your dating life, in your career life. So kung meron kayong manliligaw tapos Aries rising kayo, huwag niyo muna sagutin. Okay, hintayin niyo muna next year if you can, so that you will be able to have more clarity in your actions and the consequences of your actions. If you guys have children, and you're an Aries rising, there's a possibility that your actions are not going to be easily understood by your kids. So be intentional with your actions. Dami naman ice cream yan, Janine. Thank you. But yeah, after that, no. Oh, sorry. On the same day, Mercury in retrograde in your Sagittarius ninth house is also going to oppose Jupiter in your third house. So there is like a revelation or like a document, an opinion or a message, something like that, or maybe a news that will you need to rethink and reanalyze, or maybe even a plan related to everything foreign or maybe education that can also affect what you're rethinking or reanalyzing on the expansion that is happening, to your communication, your mentality, to your siblings, to your neighborhood. So you're also rethinking that the same day as Mars is going to station retrograde. So December 6th is a really, really slow day, a really chaotic, I don't want to say chaotic, sorry, a time for you to really slow down. Okay, kasi baka marami mangyari. And then on December 7th, Venus is also going to enter your Aquarius 11th house here. So it's a really good time to socialize December 7 moving forward. So if you're an Aries rising, tapos meron kayong, celebration, meron kayong Christmas party, it's really good for you guys. There's a lot more focus in socializing, even though Mercury is still in retrograde, no? This can still be good. It can be harmony within your professional networks, with your friends, social circles, but also a good time for your manifestations. I would still caution for you on manifesting. Hintayin nyo na lang kapag tapos na yung Mercury retrograde, but this can be good. And then on December 15, we do have a full moon in the sign of Gemini in your third house. So there is a culmination, an ending related to communication and mentality. If you have creative projects involving speaking, or writing, it can be an ending of that. There's also a possibility, that those endings may happen around your siblings, your neighborhood, and you are affected. O kaya, there's something ending around your everyday habits. You're rethinking whether it's something that you kailangan mong dalhin hanggang 2025, for example. So there's something like that. And then the same day, Mercury is also going to station direct in your Sagittarius ninth house, making plans more clearer, lesser misunderstandings or solving the misunderstandings on anything related to foreign matters, or if you are still in college or pursuing masters and PhD, clear direction as well in those matters. And then on December 21, thank you. On December 21, we have the sun entering your Capricorn 10th house. So there's a lot of spotlight, a lot of focus related to your career and also your public image. So before the year ends, no, there can be like an illuminating experience, or maybe like some plans that you will have for the year ahead related dun sa career mo or what you're doing publicly. And then on December 26 to 27, for you guys as Aries risings, I would caution on traveling, unfortunately. Because first of all, Mercury, direct naman na siya, but it will oppose Jupiter in retrograde. The ninth house and the third house are both traveling houses. Ninth house is, further relocation, further travels. Meanwhile, the third house is your everyday travel, your everyday commute. So there's a possibility of something like a revelation related to it, yes. Pero it can also deal with like rethinking your plans about it, particularly if it's something local. Syempre, kung meron talaga kayong balak around that time, di ko kayo pipigilan. But still caution around it kasi Mercury is also gonna square your 12th house, your Saturn in the 12th house. So there are some restrictions, mentally speaking, or maybe there's a problem that you need to solve that will come across as you travel as well. So ingat na lang with regards to it. And then on December 31, the last day of the year, we're going to have a new moon in your Capricorn 10th house. So before the year ends, there's going to be a brand new beginning, or you thinking about something that is supposed to start in your career and also your public image. So that is really good. Before the year ends, di na ako magtataka for an Aries rising that you have a lot more plans related to your career. Or maybe, someone that you work for, your boss, your supervisor, your manager, can also give highlight to you by the year ends or as the year starts, 2025. So that's for Aries risings. Now let's go to Taurus. So to those who are new here, we're done with Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Now we're gonna do Taurus. After that, we're gonna do Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Okay, so let me just check some comments. How are you guys? Sorry, let me just check. Dami nangyayari. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you a Taurus sun? Yeah, I am a Taurus sun. Magister Carrot. Okay. Oh, thank you naman sa dami na naman pag-gift. Naglalabanan ba kayo dyan? Thank you. Alright, sige. Why are some people asking hindi po to tarot reading? Okay, anyway, yeah, we're done now with Capricorn Rising. Pero if you missed it, hopefully there's a replay on YouTube. So if you're new here, you can go to my YouTube by clicking on the link on my bio. Nandun po siya. Alright, so now let's go to Taurus Rising. Okay, so for Taurus Risings naman, after Taurus Risings, we're gonna do Gemini Rising. So if you're Gemini Rising, malapit na tayo doon. Sonata. Okay, I'm not here to do readings particularly for people. If you want to have a reading with me, you can go to my IG. I put out slots there every Sunday. Lalo na kung gusto mo ng 2025. I do transits reading there. Okay, now we're just doing general December astrology. Okay, so for Taurus risings, the first one is on December 6th. Oh, wait lang. Let's move our chart on YouTube. Okay, there you go. Okay. So for Taurus risings, the Mars retrograde that is happening from December 6 hanggang January 6 siya ng 2025 in the sign of Leo, but it will eventually move from January 6 to February 24 on the sign of Cancer. Pero syempre pag-usapan muna natin yung kay Leo since this is for December. So Mars retrograde is a time for you guys to rethink, to reanalyze your actions and also the consequences of your actions related to your fourth house of your family, your home, your living situation. So this can be a time of slowing down within, matters related to home. So expect some. Okay, this may be alarming to some, pero sometimes can indicate minor accidents or minor inconveniences around the home, particularly through your actions. So ingat kayo sa paggalaw-galaw ninyo around your home. I'm not saying na mapupunta kayo sa ospital. Okay, these are minor inconveniences. So for example, bigla na lang kayong matatapilok habang papunta kayo sa kusina. So there's something like that. But never, aside from that, it's more of rethinking of your actions related to your family and your home and how it has been affecting you. And then on the same date, December 6, Mercury in retrograde in your Sagittarius 8th house is going to oppose Jupiter also in retrograde in your second house. So this is not a good time to spend. This is not a good time related to your money. So there's a possibility that there is a document or something revealing related to your shared and complicated finances that may also affect what you're rethinking on the growth of your personal finances. So it's not really a good time with regards to what you need to do sa pera mo. So you just have to be careful. And then on December 7th, the next day, Venus is gonna enter your 10th house in the sign of Aquarius. So Venus, the planet of love, harmony, beauty, is gonna bless you in your 10th house of your career and your public image, giving more harmony, particularly to the people that you work for. I know it's Mercury retrograde, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest you to shoot your shot for a promotion or whatever. Pero maganda nito if you can socialize to the people that you're working for, or maybe socialize publicly if you're a public figure. This can be really good. And then on December 15, we have two events. The first one is we have a full moon in your second house in the sign of Gemini. So this is an ending, a culmination, a chapter closing related sa personal finances mo, sa spending mo, pati na rin sa source of income mo. Doesn't mean na mawawalan ka ng pera. Alright? Sometimes it can mean that you're ending, a spending, matatapos na yung babayaran mo sa credit card, pwede yun, alright? Or a possibility of an ending that you need to do on how you spend. So baka bagong buhay na kayo sa spending ninyo. Can be that. On the same day, Mercury is going to station direct in your Sagittarius 8th house as well, giving you more clarity, better plans, and also solving some misunderstandings that may be related to shared and complicated finances, or maybe makababay ka na ng utang, something like that. So this can be good with regards to your finances too. And then on December 21, the sun is going to enter your ninth house Capricorn. So it's the start of Capricorn season. So it will give light, it will shine some light and focus into your ninth house matters of everything foreign. So foreign matters, immigration, relocation, working with foreign people. And also matters related to education or what you're trying to learn. Doesn't have to be na you're in college lang for this to take effect. Sometimes it's our, higher things that you're trying to learn, like philosophy, astrology is also in there. So with the sun entering there, there's a lot more focus in those particular matters. If you work with a foreign person, may possibility that this is a lot more focus on some matters related to them as well. And then after that, on December 26 to 27, so that's 2 days after Christmas, we have some things happening around Mercury. At first, Mercury, direct already, is going to oppose Jupiter in retrograde. Right? Natawa ko dun sa AFAM. But yeah, anyway, there's going to be something more clarifying related to your shared finances that can also affect your personal finances. And then at the same date, it will oppose Saturn in your 11th house of your social circles and your manifestations, which is a possibility of you being in friction right? Or like dealing with something around your social circles that may have to do as well with your shared finances, I wouldn't suggest you lend money or borrow money from your social circles around this time because it may cause some rift. Pero yon. Oh my God, tumalas yung laway ko. Di ko na kung nakita niyo. But anyway, the last one is on December 31. We have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your ninth house, which is the start of something new. All right, related to everything foreign and also what you're learning or your education. So, to Taurus Rising's people, this can be a start of something related to relocation abroad or working with foreign people. So, this is really good. Before the year ends, there may be some news that you will be getting around that, or at the same time this can be something that will be starting related to education. So who knows, maybe at the start of the year you're trying to learn something and December 31 may be a trigger for that. So that's for Taurus risings. Now let's go to Gemini risings. Kinahati na tayo, guys. Okay, good for us. Wait lang ah. Okay. Ayan, afam. Oh, thank you, ano. Ano nangyayari? Okay, sige, let's go to Gemini Risings. Ayan, si Janine, Gemini Rising. Let's go. Naglalaban na sila. Mahal ako ng dalawang yan eh. Laban na lang kayo kung sinong mas mahal ako. Charot. Alright, now let's go to Gemini Risings. So for Gemini Risings, of course, the first one is still going to be your Mars retrograde. Oh, wait, let me just move our chart in YouTube. Okay, there you go. So for Gemini risings, the Mars retrograde is happening in your third house, here in your communication, mentality, some stuff related to your everyday habits, or everyday routine, and also matters related to your siblings and also your neighborhood. So this can be a time for you to rethink your actions, or the actions that you put or the consequences of those actions related to how you communicate, or this can be a possibility as well of rethinking some actions related to your siblings or to your neighborhood. To be honest, it's not really a good time to change neighborhoods. So if you're a Gemini rising tapos balak mong lumipat ng bahay, I wouldn't necessarily suggest it. At the same time, may possibility then na what you're saying, so communication and mentality, wouldn't necessarily translate to action. So don't feel bad if you feel like you have a lot of these expectations sa sarili mo as the year starts and everything pero di mo magawa. It's okay, slow down. In your third house of everyday habit, I would suggest that it's better for you to sort of purge something in your everyday habits. So this can be as simple as cleaning your house, or maybe just trying to see what you can change around your everyday habits instead of starting a new one. So it can be around that time. Or maybe there's a slowing down of action related to your siblings tapos you are affected. And then at the same date, on December 6th, for Gemini risings, we have Mercury here forming a cazimi with the Sun, opposing Jupiter in your first house. So you're very much affected by this because you are a Gemini rising. So there is a possibility of a revelation, or an opinion that may be related to your close and committed relationships, which can be your marriage, your long-term relationship, or maybe even your best friends. Okay. So this will affect what you're trying to rethink on the expansion related sa sarili mo. So to some, I'm not gonna lie, this can be a misunderstanding with your partner, with your spouse, with your long-term lover, or maybe with your best friends, because they don't understand kung ano yung tinatry mong i-fix sa expansion mo sa sarili mo. So it can be that, but don't worry kasi on December 26 to 27, magkakaroon tayo nito, but which is a lot better. But on December 7, Venus is going to enter your Aquarius ninth house. So there's a lot more harmony, right? A lot more better things that are coming in matters related to foreign matters and to education. So there is a possibility that this is a good time for you guys to seek out something foreign, or it can also be related to maybe you trying to find love abroad. So sa mga wala pang jowa dyan na Gemini rising, this can be a good time for you guys to travel or shoot your shot, online. Because Venus is the planet of love. Or this can be harmony around your education, what were you trying to learn? Ayan, a fam, di ba? Gusto ko yung abang ka talaga ko related to that. But yeah, after that, we do have a full moon in Gemini happening in your first house. Tignan natin. But yeah, full moon in the sign of Gemini in your first house is a culmination and ending related to yourself. To some, this can be as literal as changing something physically. So, baka kayo, wait lang, my life will end now in my TikTok. Ayan, okay, tapos na siya. But yeah, this can be an ending related to your physicality, yourself, and also maybe something related to your identity or how you want to portray yourself outward. But this can also be a change regarding your personal plans. Because on the same day, Mercury is going to station direct in your seventh house of your relationships, your friendships, long term. So may possibility na that is the effect of this culmination. That maybe a partner, drove you into doing it. Maybe your best friend suggested it, for example. So can be that. Also, if you want, you can also change something physically already, but I would still caution it if kaya ninyo after na lang ng 2 weeks post-shadow. Kasi nandun pa rin naman din si Venus sa 9th house if ever. But yeah, and then on December 21, we do have the sun entering Capricorn in your eighth house. So there's spotlight, there's stuff shining related to your eighth house of shared and complicated finances. So some this can mean no na there may be some investment opportunities, but at the same time it can also mean that there's a lot more focus in your shared finances in a way na baka merong mas maraming mangutang. But I'm not gonna lie, ito na yung tanong na Janine. This can be related to, lottery, raffle, but it doesn't mean that it's positive all the time. Sometimes it can mean that you're on the giving end instead of the taking end. Or there's also a possibility that this is related to what you're going to receive from something that you lost. So there's a lot more focus on that. And then on December 26 hanggang December 27, we do have Mercury, which is already direct, opposing Jupiter in your first house again, but it will also square Saturn in your 10th house of career. So sometimes this can indicate that there will be better understanding around your relationships, your friendships, and what you're trying to rethink to yourself, but you may feel restricted on matters or your responsibilities in your career or something that you're doing publicly. So you have to try and balance stuff related to your career and also to your relationship and then to yourself. Okay, so alam ko magulo pero it can be like that. And then lastly, on December 31, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your eighth house here. So there is a brand new beginning related to your shared and complicated finances. As I mentioned, this could be an investment opportunity. All right, sometimes this can also be good stuff coming from, inheritance, maybe tax return. I'm not sure if that's the season, but something that you co-own with other people. So there's a possibility of that. But as I mentioned, the quality of it, whether it's positive or negative, really depends on your natal chart placement. So it's not entirely positive for all, but there's a brand new beginning related to that. So that is Gemini Rising. Now we're gonna do Cancer Risings naman. Lotto can be. Lagi na lang din na nanalo sa raffle. Problema mo na yan. Charot. Ako naman, madalas swerte ako sa raffle. So, medyo excited ako sa kung anong ibibigay sa akin. Charot. Sa Christmas party. But yeah, let's go to Cancer Risings naman. Okay. So, Cancer Risings. This is going to be your December. Alright, let's go, Cancer Risings. Yes. Alright, so for Cancer Risings, the first one is, of course, Mars retrograde. For everyone, this is the biggest starting event of December. So Mars retrograde for Cancer Risings will be happening in your second house at first of your personal finances, your source of income, your spending. So there is a lot of rethinking in your finances for Cancer Risings. I'm not gonna lie, so December. It's not really a good month for your money. So I need you to be cautious. I need you to be intentional because this is going to be the first one. Mars retrograde is rethinking, reanalyzing your actions. So if you're going to be spending on something, you have to don't be reckless. Don't be careless or impulsive about what you're going to be doing. At the same time, if you're going to be, it's not suggested for you to start a new source of income during Mars retrograde. But if you really need to, you have to rethink the consequences of your actions related to that. So yeah, there's a lot of rethinking there. And then on the same date, kakaspend lang. Wala na, B. Okay lang yan. Wala pa akong Mars retrograde. But we do have our pre-shadow already, no? But on the same date, December 6th, we're going to have Mercury in retrograde in your Sagittarius 6th house, opposing Jupiter in your 12th house. So there's a possibility of like a revelation, a news, normally a good news, no? That can be, or a document that can be related to your physical health, that is also affecting or balancing your mental health and also how you practice spirituality. My possibility then, if this is not meant physical health, this can be something related to your co-workers or your everyday work. No, mamaya may ma-receive kang project before the year ends, and it's also going to affect how you're trying to rethink the expansion of your mental health or what you're trying to practice spiritually speaking. So there's something like that. And then on December 7 naman, Venus is going to enter your Aquarius 8th house. So now the planet of love, harmony is going to be giving you harmony and also minor abundance in your 8th house of your shared and complicated finances. Yes, however, if you guys have challenging 8th house placements, sometimes this can be, challenging. It can be a little bit hard, but nevertheless, no, this is harmony within your shared and complicated finances. May possibility lang na sometimes this can be overspending or overgiving. So sometimes this can talk about you lending money that you don't necessarily have yet, or you don't have the privilege to do so. So just be careful with that. And then on December 15, we have two events. The first one is we have a full moon in the sign of your Gemini 12th house. So there is an ending, a culmination, a chapter ending related to your mental health and to your spirituality, and also to how you solve certain problems. All right. So there's a possibility that you will be ending a medication that may be helping you mentally speaking because you can handle it already. To some, this can be an ending of some spiritual practices that you don't align with anymore. Or this can be you closing a chapter on a certain problem na ang tagal-tagal mo na may na problema tapos ngayon mo pa lang siya na-gets kung ano yung solution mo. So it can be that. Because in the same day, you can also achieve clarity because Mercury is going to station direct in your 6th house. So there's a lot more clarity, a lot more movement, a lot of better plans related to your physical health, and also maybe solving some problems or misunderstandings related to your coworkers or around your workplace. So it can help gradually as well what you're trying to end in your mental health. And then on December 21, we do have the sun entering Capricorn in your 7th house. So this is the start of Capricorn season. For you guys, this is highlight, shining bright on your close and committed relationships. So for Cancer risings, there's also focus at the second half of the month related to your relationships. This can talk about better things coming related to your marriage, to your long-term partnerships, or maybe to your friends. There's a lot of highlight there, meaning then na you're gonna feel more clingy, or parang you're gonna feel more you need more time, kumbaga, or maybe even more of their um what's the proper word? Presensya. I guess that's it. Of their presence, no. And then on December 26th to 27, we're gonna have again Mercury now direct, opposing Jupiter in your 12th house, naman of your mental health. So there is again another news, another positive thing related to your physical health that is also going to affect what you're trying to rethink on the expansion of your mental health. At the same time, it will oppose Saturn in your ninth house. So may possibility that you will feel restricted about something related to travel. So the ending of the year is not really suggested if you're gonna travel overseas, or if mag-relocate kayo, baka lang may effect siya. And then lastly, on December 31, we do have a new moon in your Capricorn 7th house. So this is really, this is good, right? This can talk about a brand new beginning, a new chapter related to your relationships, to your marriage, to your long-term relationship, or maybe even related to your best friends. So it can be related to that, which is really positive. So before the year ends, there's something positive that will come to your relationships technically. So that's good. So that's for Cancer risings. Now let's go to Leo rising. After Leo rising, we're gonna do Virgo and then Libra and then lastly Scorpio. Okay? So to those who missed their rising signs, hopefully I do have it recorded on YouTube. So, pwede kayong pumunta doon. Just click the link in my bio. Makikita niya siya doon. Okay? Alright. So, I'm just gonna spray something on my throat kasi I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm just gonna spray this. Wait lang. Para tuloy-tuloy tayo magchikahan. Anyway, where's the YouTube kita? Anyway, all right, let's go. For Leo risings, all right, so if you guys see me spraying something on my throat, pagpasensyahan niyo na ako. Oo, yeah, it's very effective. I actually love this. Napapahanap nga ako ulit eh. Ang hirap maghanap nito, grabe. Hindi ko lang kung inuubos ba ito ng mga Hindi ko lang kung nilalaklak nyo ba yan, iniinom nyo ba yan. But yeah, it's very effective, especially if I'm doing lives like this. No? But anyway, let's go to Leo risings. Okay, so let me just move the chart on YouTube so I will be able to explain this properly. GF ko, Leo rising pa. Wait lang. Alright, let me just, that's my alarm. Hindi ko alam kung narinig ninyo. I'm supposed to take my medication, pero maya-maya na. Wait lang. Okay, so let's go to Leo risings. Now, at first, of course, for everyone, we do have the Mars in retrograde. Unfortunately for you guys, the Mars in retrograde is happening in your first house. So, yeah, it's not really that good. So there is a possibility that the ending of the year and the start of the year, because Mars in retrograde is staying in your first house from December 6 hanggang January 6 of 2025. As in, super nakakatamad, a lot of rethinking and reanalyzing of your actions, of your personal actions. Technically, not the actions of other people. May possibility that you will be rethinking how your action is being perceived by other people, or may possibility of you rethinking your actions and how it has been affecting you personally. So don't feel bad if you feel like you're ending the year or you're starting 2025 na parang you're very lethargic, wala kang ganang gumalaw. It's okay. Take matters privately, take matters slowly, because we need these times, kumbaga, for us. To really slow down and analyze how our personal actions have been affecting us. Because sometimes we forget that, especially for a Leo rising who's naturally ruled by the sun. You know, light is always within you, even though you don't want it. So there are some times that you will realize that things happen because of you, be it good or bad. So you need to rethink your actions and be intentional with your actions, because you may be misunderstood by people through your actions, not through your words, but with what you're doing. All right. And then after that, we do have on the same date, Mercury is going to oppose Jupiter. It's going to form a consimi with the Sun, but it's going to form an opposition with Jupiter in retrograde in your 11th house. So there may be fun things, fun communication happening in your dating life, in your romantic life, or maybe in your with your children if you have kids, or overall just a very enjoyable date for you. However, before mag-retrograde si Mars, right? However, it will oppose Jupiter in retrograde in your 11th house, which can talk about you doing these enjoyable things by yourself while you're also balancing um, the expansion, or what are you thinking about in the expansion that's happening within your social circles, and how your social circle affect your enjoyment, your quality of enjoyment as well. And then on December 7, Venus, the planet of love, is going to enter your seventh house of relationships. So this is positive. It will bring harmony, better energies in your marriage, in your long-term relationships, or in your friendships, your long-term friendships. So this is harmony within them. This is the best time for you guys, to mag-romansa sa mga asawa ninyo, alright? Or even just do something romantic. Maybe even with your friends, like hang out with your friends. Okay, this is really positive. Magkaka-jowa ka ba? Syempre hindi magically mahuhulog out of nowhere. Okay, not gonna lie. Sometimes this is just, having a good time with friends if you don't have long-term relationships. Because this is long-term relationships. And then on December 15, we do have two events. First, we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini in your 11th house here. So there's an ending, a culmination, a chapter ending related to your social circles. All right. So sometimes this can mean na baka you will end a certain membership, a certain affiliation before the year ends, or maybe you're ending something with your acquaintances, with your network before the year ends, or this can be an ending of a manifestation that you thought you need, but then you realize before the year ends, ay hindi ko pala siya kailangan. So can be that. And then on the same time, Mercury is also going to station direct in your fifth house here, giving you more clarity, better understanding on matters related to dating. Okay, now, if you are a Gemini, sorry, if you're a Leo rising and you're dating someone, tapos may possibility na baka bumalik yung mga exes ninyo during the Mercury retrograde, or maybe even you rethinking whether you really want to be with that person you're trying to date right now, and then as it stations direct, it's a lot more clear to you what their intentions are or what you plan about it. So can be that. Now, on December 21, Sun is going to enter your Capricorn sixth house, giving highlight and shine in your sixth house matters of physical health, your diet, your fitness, and also matters related to your coworkers, your working routine, your everyday service. So there's a lot more focus there. There's a possibility that you feel better health wise, but Mars in retrograde will make you still feel lethargic, na parang wala kang energy, which can be contrasting, but you're gonna get what I mean. Technically, it's better health, yes, more focus on it, but not really having the energy to really push yourself a lot. Can be that. And then on December 26 to 27, we have Mercury in your fifth house opposing Jupiter. Direct na si Mercury pero retrograde pa rin si Jupiter, and it will square Saturn in your eighth house. So, I forgot which rising sign it is, but also for Leo risings, there's a possibility na medyo slightly enjoyable lang yung a day after the Christmas. Because Mercury is direct. Yes, giving you more opportunities to enjoy, communicate your enjoyment. However, Jupiter is still in retrograde in your 11th house of your social circles, indicating that you're still trying to take things more intimate. And then it will square Saturn in your shared and complicated finances, indicating that there's a friction between those finances as well. So you have to be careful on what financial matters you're putting out. And then lastly, on December 31, we're going to have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn in your sixth house. So before the year ends, there's something new that's going to start, or a new chapter trying to come to you related to your physical health, your diet, your fitness, your lifestyle. So baka magsimula ka ng bagong diet, change of your lifestyle, or maybe go to the doctor, start a new medication that will help you, or it can be a start of something new related to your workplace, maybe a new coworker that you're in charge of. So can be that possibility. So that's for Leo risings. All right, now let's go to Virgo risings. After Virgo rising, we're gonna do Libra and then lastly Scorpio risings. All right, so to those who missed it, hopefully the recording on YouTube is going to go live after this. But yeah, can be that. Di mo maklaim. Leo na hindi maklaim. Anyway, sige, let's go to Virgo rising. So to those Virgo risings that have, yeah, let me just move the chart so I can better explain this. Dahil walang exact time. Oh no! I-rectify na natin yan. All right, let's go to Virgo risings. Okay, for Virgo risings, of course, like anyone else, si Mars retrograde muna yung pag-uusapan natin. All right, so Mars retrograde is happening in your 12th house in the sign of Leo. So there is a time for you to rethink, to reanalyze your actions and the consequences of your actions related to your mental health, how you take care of your mental health, and also actions towards spirituality, and also matters related to how you solve those problems. Okay, ano yung action na nilalagay mo to solve those problems? So not gonna lie, this can be very chaotic mental health speaking. May possibility that you won't necessarily put a lot of effort into really understanding yourself. So my advice here, kung meron kang problema, wag mo isasarili. Right? Which is something that you should remember all the time, but it's very highlighted during Mars retrograde here. So you have to be careful. And at the same time, if you're a spiritual practitioner, or sometimes it can be your relationship with religion as well, you may feel like you don't have the energy to keep up with your usual routine. Don't feel bad. All right. Sometimes we really have those times na we have to slow down on how much we're dedicated into the to our practices, because we're trying to rethink our commitment or how much more we can give into it. So don't feel bad if you think like you need to rethink it. And then on the same day, Mercury is gonna form Mercury in retrograde is gonna form a Makasimi with the Sun, but it will oppose Jupiter in your 10th house of career. So there is a balancing act happening in your fourth house of home and family, and then your 10th house of career and public image. So there may be a revelation, a discussion, right, a document coming out from your family, which can be positive, but it may affect what you're trying to rethink or reanalyze on the expansion of your career and mental health. Ay, sorry, career and public image. So it may affect certain plans related to your career and vice versa with your family. So you just really have to be careful how you're going to be balancing it. And then on December 7th, we do have Venus entering your sixth house of your physical health, your coworkers, your working routine, your lifestyle. So there's a lot more harmony, a lot of better things happening in your physical health. There's a possibility that even though mentally speaking, let's say kasi Mars is in retrograde, you're struggling, you may try to compensate for it sa physical health mo. May possibility noon. So if you feel like tamad na tamad ka, don't worry. You can go to the gym, run, or maybe even just walk if you want. At the same time, there's a lot more harmony as well within your workplace, so that's really positive. And then on December 15, we have two events. So first we have a full moon in the sign of Gemini in your 10th house of career and public image, and then Mercury stationing direct in your fourth house. So again, home and family life and also your career is affected here. So the full moon is going to be a culmination and ending related to your career and also your public image. So I'm not saying na mawawalan ka ng trabaho. All right, sometimes this can be as simple as, there's something ending around your boss and you're affected by it, something ending around your industry and you're affected by it, or, you're closing a project that you have been leading that is slowly affecting your career. Or if you're a public image, you're closing a chapter of your identity that is known publicly. Can be that. And then, as I mentioned, Mercury is going to station direct in your fourth house, which can give you clarity, better understanding maybe, trying to find solutions on the misunderstandings that may have been happening around your home, your parents, with people you live with, and also just technically your living situation overall. And then on December 21, we have the Sun entering your Capricorn fifth house. This is fun. Okay. Normally it's not, pero the Sun, Capricorn in fifth house is not really super fun, but entering the Sun there, it can put more highlight, on matters related to just dating, romance. So there's a lot more opportunity for you to enjoy life overall during Capricorn season, but it can also indicate that it may highlight certain problems related to dating if you do have it. Depende pa rin kasi to dun sa, how do I say it, placements, I guess that's it. And also can be matters related to your children, a lot more focus to your children as well. Inom lang ako, wait lang. Okay, now let's go to December 26 and 27. Mercury in Sagittarius is going to oppose, direct na siya, but it will oppose Jupiter in retrograde in your 10th house of career, and then eventually square your 7th house, Saturn in your 7th house. So there's something that is still being talked about in your home and family that is still affecting your career. However, may possibility of rift, of conflict, of not being misunderstood by your family, or there's restrictions around your marriage, around your long-term relationship, related to your best friends as well. It can be that. So there's something that you're gonna be experiencing with regards to it. Okay, checking lang. Can you not see my screen on YouTube? Nawala ba? Nawala ba ang YouTube? Oh, go on. Thank you for answering questions. Wait lang. Let me reshare again sa YouTube. Maybe there's a problem. Mercury retrograde. Communication problems. Ayan. Can you guys see it na? Let me know. Kita na ba ang screen natin sa YouTube? Alright. Kailangan lang pala i-refer naman. But yeah, all right, that's for December 26 and 27. And lastly, for Virgo Risings is on December 31. Thank you guys. Okay, so we do have the new moon in the sign of Capricorn sa fifth house din ninyo. So before the year ends for Virgo risings, there's, something new that is starting related to, everything that you enjoy, everything that you this can be your hobbies or something related to your dating life or maybe even related to your children as well. So, nagpaparamdam si Mercury retrograde. Oo, simula pa lang. Nung November 25, dami ng effects sa akin. Because I'm a Sagittarius rising, so yeah. Okay, now that's for Virgo rising. Now let's do Libra risings. And lastly, after that, we're going to do Scorpio. So, to those who missed their rising signs, hopefully this will be replayed on YouTube. So, ulitin ko lang, if you guys don't follow me on YouTube and you're watching me here on TikTok, go to my YouTube account. Go here in my account. My YouTube account is linked in my bio. Libra October 2024 Love Life. Bakit? Tapos na yung October 2024. All right. Okay, now let's do Libra rising. All right. So for Libra risings naman, of course, still Mars retrograde ang unang po problemahin nating lahat. So for Libra risings, the Mars in retrograde is happening in your 11th house of your social circles, your network, your acquaintances, and also your manifestations, your hopes, your dreams, your prayers, your goals. So not gonna lie, this is also not really good or parang nakakatamad siya during the celebration period kasi this is your social life. Tapos you're trying to rethink your actions towards your social life. To some who are Libra risings, this is a bummer for Libra risings because a lot of Libra risings they love connecting with people. All right. However, around the Mars retrograde, it doesn't mean naman na wala kayong social life, but you're a little bit more, how do I say it? Mas low yung energy ninyo. And at the same time, you may be rethinking as well the actions that you put into socializing or how socializing has been affecting you in some sense. Or to some, if not that, this can be the actions that you put towards your manifestations. You may be rethinking, is it really worth it, what I'm doing? Not just your manifestations, this can also be your goals, your aspirations in life. So it can be that. So Mars retrograde is on December 6 hanggang February 24, but it will be staying in the sign of Leo from December 6 to January 6. And then on the same date, on December 6, Mercury in your Sagittarius Sagittarius third house is going to form a Kazimi with the Sun, but it will oppose Jupiter also in retrograde. So there may be like something communicative that you will be saying. So technically the information, the opinion is going to come from you. All right. And then it will affect certain travel plans, relocation plans, or what you're trying to rethink about foreign matters, or maybe even related to education. So that's something that you can also experience on the same day. And then on December 7, Venus is going to enter your Aquarius seventh house. So ito fun to. Right? Because Venus is harmony, it's pleasure. It is in your fifth house of everything that you find enjoyable and pleasurable. So there's a lot more opportunities for you to enjoy the holidays as Libra rising. As I mentioned, you may not be as social as you usually are, but still enjoyable. This can talk about, more pleasure related to your dating life. Mamaya, actually, kayo yung medyo mas malaki yung chance na makahanap ng love life before the year ends. Or just overall enjoy your dating life, no? Or to some, this can be harmony around your children or within your family together with your children. Or, it can be creative endeavors as well. The possibility that if you are a Libra rising, the end of the year is very creative for you. And then on December 15, we do have a full moon in the sign of Gemini in your ninth house, indicating that there is something ending. There's a culmination related to everything foreign. So, relocation, traveling abroad, working with foreign people, or maybe there's an ending that you will be thinking about or ending of a project related to your education or what you're trying to learn as well. So, it's mostly related to that. Because on the same day, Mercury in retrograde is going to station direct. It's a opposite sign naman niya of Sagittarius. So this is really supportive. Whatever you're trying to end in your ninth house matters, it's because pinag-isipan mo. It's because you're gaining more clarity all right, and you're communicating as well to other people how you want to do it. Maybe it's also indicated related to your siblings or maybe related to your neighborhood as well. And then on December 21, we do have the sun entering Capricorn in your fourth house. So there's a lot more focus, there's highlight in your family life and also your living situation and home. So at least before the holidays, no, it's really good for your home and family. So that's the reason why for Libra risings, it's okay to have fun, but maybe take matters privately and even keep it within the home or family, especially as the sun enters there. So that's really good. A lot of highlight doon. And then on December 26 and 27, at first, Mercury, which is direct already, is going to oppose Jupiter still in retrograde in your ninth house. So indicating that, there are clearer plans that may flow over also to what you're trying to rethink on the expansion related to foreign matters. However, it will square Saturn in your sixth house of physical health and also your everyday work. So may possibility that it will create some frictions. Your plans, your goals may also create some frictions. That is mostly because of barriers in your physical health, or maybe like restrictions around your workplace or work matters, everyday work. So can be that. And lastly, for Libra risings on December 31, we do have a new moon in your Capricorn fourth house. So before the year ends, there is something of a new beginning, a new chapter happening in your fourth house of home, of your living situation. So this is really good. May possibility that there's something new happening around your parents or people you live with, and you are affected by it. Or maybe it's the start of like a new living situation. So it can be that as well. Malay mo, may bago ka palang bahay, may bago kang apartment before the year starts or as the year starts. So can be that. So that is for Libra risings. Now let's go to Scorpio rising. So this will be the last. I'm seeing a lot more people joining now. But yeah, to those who missed their rising signs, because this is already the last one, we're doing the Scorpio risings. Hopefully there is a replay on my YouTube account. Go to my account here on TikTok, click the link in my bio. My YouTube is linked there. Panoorin niyo po doon. Alright, thank you. Kasi hindi ko na ulitin para sa inyo mga Zoy. Okay. Wait lang po. So let's do Scorpio risings finally. Okay. So for Scorpio rising, balik na yung mga Scorpio rising dito. Ano yan? Ang dami ninyo. Ayan, kaway-kaway mga Scorpio risings. Okay. Sige. So let's do Scorpio risings. I will post it on my YouTube. Here on TikTok, it's not gonna be posted. Okay, alright. So, Scorpio rising. Ayan, sakto ka, Joshua. Alright, sige. Alright, so, Thank you so much, guys! Love you, girl. Okay, sige. So, let's go to Scorpio risings. Alright, for Scorpio risings, first, of course, for everyone, our Mars retrograde. This is happening in your 10th house of career. So, unfortunately, kahit same thing with Aries risings, you guys are naturally ruled by Mars. So this Mars retrograde is going to affect you a lot more than anyone. So this Mars retrograde is happening on December 6th. It will be staying in the sign of Leo hanggang January 6th. Eventually, it will move to Cancer, back to Cancer on January 6th to February 24. Pero syempre, pag-usapan muna natin yung stay niya for December since this is December astrology. So, there's going to be a time to rethink and reanalyze your actions or the consequences of your actions related to your career and also your public image. So, it's not really suggested for you guys to do something risky or to do something major, like major actions related to your career and maybe also publicly. So it's not a good time for you to ask for a promotion, to change jobs, change career, or just do something risky publicly if you are a public figure, because you need to slow down, you need to catch up, with the actions that you're trying to put out. So yeah, just be careful on the actions that you will be doing, be intentional with your actions. And then on the same date, on December 6th, Mercury in retrograde is going to form a Kazimi, but it will oppose Jupiter in retrograde in your eighth house. So there may be a document that you will be signing, or a news, or like something communicative that will happen around your personal finances that can be good. However, you need to balance it with what you're trying to rethink and reanalyze on the growth happening in your shared and complicated finances. So, medyo perahan ang usapan natin dito. For Scorpio risings, there's a lot of focus in your finances kasi for December, be it good or bad. So, generally, Aquarius fourth house. So, this is really good. This is positive. There's a lot more harmony, a lot more loving energies around your home and also your living situation. So, this is good for the holidays overall, no? So, it's better for your family around. So, hopefully, around holidays for you guys, it's very harmonious. And then for December 15, we do have two events. The first one is full moon on Gemini in your eighth house. So this is a culmination, an ending related to your shared and complicated finances. It can be, ending of a debt. Like magbabayad kayo ng utang or meron magbabayad ng utang or ending of an insurance, filing taxes. I'm not sure, but it can be that. And then on the same day, Mercury is also going to station direct in your second house of your personal finances naman and your source of income and spending, giving you more clarity, all right, or better plans for your personal finances, which can prompt you to end something related to your shared finances like utang, investments, assets. So again, this is like a financial play for you guys for December. And then on December 21, we have the sun entering your Capricorn third house. So there's a lot more highlight, you're more charismatic with regards to communication and also mentality. So you're a lot more alive, mentally speaking or communicatively speaking. So this is really good. There may also be a highlight or focus related to your siblings or maybe to your neighborhood. And then on December 26 hanggang December 27, we do have Mercury in your second house, opposing Jupiter still in retrograde in your eighth house, showing again balancing of your personal finances and your shared finances. But on that date, it will square Saturn. Mercury is going to square Saturn in your fifth house of pleasure, enjoyment, dating, romance, and children. So, whatever you're trying to think of financially, you feel restricted or feeling of my conflict within, your dating life or what you're trying to achieve creatively, or maybe the things that you enjoy, and also matters related to children. Like you feel restricted on the responsibilities that you have around those matters. So, again, be careful of your money for December. And lastly, Scorpio risings, we do have a new moon in your Capricorn third house. So before the year ends, there's something new that you're starting related to your communication, to your mentality, and also maybe something new starting in your siblings or around your neighborhood that you are affected. So before the year ends, you may be a little bit more vocal because you want to start something new. This can be a new communicative or talking project for other people, or to some, this can be a start of a new everyday habit that will help you as well in your productivity. So, maganda rin siyang end of the year kasi, you will be thinking of other ways or other habits that can also help you every day in your life. So, take advantage of that. Anyway, that's it. That's for all the rising signs for December. Oof, always so tiring to do this, but I still enjoy it. And thank you to those who stayed. The next video that I will try to prepare, I'm not sure if I'm gonna live stream it or if I'm gonna do a live, or if I have time, I'll try to take a video of it. But I'll try to give some tips for the upcoming Mars retrograde because it's happening for a very long time. Super important ng Mars retrograde because it doesn't usually happen. So I may be able, afam na yung risings ko. Good luck, update mo ako kung makakapag-abroad ka na. Charis. But yeah, as I was mentioning, I will prepare a Mars retrograde guide. At the same time, I'm gearing up as well some content for 2025 because malapit na tayo mag 2025. So I'm preparing a 2025 astrology update. I don't think I will be able to do per rising signs if I'm gonna be truly transparent kasi ang daming ganap ng 2025. But what I'm thinking is maybe I'll prepare like a general PDF for everyone that you guys can purchase for a very, very low fee. To those who don't know, by the way, if you click the link on my bio, I offer electional PDFs, meaning what are the best dates that you can take advantage of for 2025, only for a minimal fee of 88 pesos. Like, tulungan nyo lang ako magbayad ng kuryente. But yeah, I'm thinking as well of doing that for 2025 transits. But aside from that, there's a lot of things that hopefully I can do. I'm just recovering. My voice is still a little bit iffy. Huwag niyo na akong pagalitan. So, yeah, I'm gonna try na bumawi sa inyo. Of course, lagi tayong budget meal dito to help you guys. We offer transit. Yeah, I do. For 2025, go to my Instagram if you're having a hard time booking here on my TikTok kasi sa Instagram pa lang ubos na. Every Sunday, I release my schedules there at 4 p.m. So, yeah, Instagram is better. By the way, as well, I'm announcing it early here. I will be having a pop up event on December 14th with the North Club. It's going to be on Good Food. Not sure kung gano'n siya bigasin. Good Food in UP. So to those na taga UP or malapit sa UP or taga Manila, I will be offering in-person readings, both astrology and also tarot. I'm gonna be releasing my rate cards for that event soon. But I will not be able to do a full reading kasi based on previous experience, hindi pala kaya ng full reading on a pop-up. So it's more of, answering your questions about your chart, maybe a tarot reading as well if you want. And I always offer minimal discounted fee technically during pop-up events. So I hope I can see you guys there. I always love meeting you in person. So sana ma-meet ko kayo in person. That's gonna be in UP. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Gcash payment. If you guys want to do the Gcash payment on the electional, yung 88 pesos, message me. All right. What we can do is you can send it directly to me and then I'll email it to you. So, sana taga Manila ang ta. Yes, dahil hindi ako taga Manila. So, minsan lang magawi doon. Yeah, message me here on TikTok, Kat. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube. So to those who missed the other rising signs, hopefully this YouTube live stream is going to be recorded. If hindi,